He's Deputy Chief of the San Jose Police Department, and look at what he's doing. He's hiring. Ladies and gentlemen, with me is Deputy Chief Ed Garcia here in Comunidad del Valle. With us are his recruiters for the San Jose Police Department, NOREEN MARINELLI and SAUL DURAN. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And before we get to you folks, let me talk to you for a little bit because of the 2 stars on your collar. We're going to get 4 on you before too long. But I mean, it's a sense of pride on your side, and probably on the community side, knowing that in the highest ranks of the San Jose Police Department, a major law enforcement agency in this country, that they can put a Latino face on it. So it's got to be a sense of pride for you as well.
Absolutely, it's a sense of pride for me, and I think it's one of the reasons where we can come out and recruit, that I'm hoping to recruit a future deputy chief as well. Yeah, but it's definitely a sense of pride that I'm in the position I'm in. I've been very fortunate. This department's been great to me, and this is my give back time to make sure that we have the officers we need for the future.
Does your role change at all? I mean, you being in the gang unit, in the SWAT team, the merge unit. I mean, you served on every unit. Does it change? The role change for you now that you're upstairs and you have the 2 stars on your collar and you're out there? You're kind of the face of the department, if you will.
Quite a bit. The job just changed. It's obviously a much more managerial position and really looking out to the future. You know, before, when you're doing those jobs, which are incredibly exciting, and so some of the things that we offer with the San Jose Police Department that a lot of other agencies don't have is the ability to work all those units, which is great. But after having worked those units, you start promoting through the ranks if that's what you choose to do, and the job gets a little bit more global. You're looking more at a 64,000 foot level at all the issues that are going on.
Right, and I haven't held one of these up in such a long time because y'all haven't been hiring in a long time. And that's where you, NOREEN and SAUL come in. Tell us what your roles are when it comes to being the face of the department out on the streets.
Well, you know, I've been in this position for approximately, almost going on 7 months. We actively go out and recruit. We haven't done so in, like you mentioned, for 2 years. So it's been a long time. Now we're going out there and, like I said, going actively recruiting. One of the things that we initially started off, we had I guess the biggest hurdle we had to overcome was money. The fact that the funding wasn't there initially when we first started. But I guess our department and maybe even the citizens of of San Jose sort of understood the need for hiring officers. So now, you know, now that the funding is there, we're better able to promote our department by going to a lot more functions and sending other officers and stuff like that, and advertising on radio and television. So it's pretty.
NOREEN, what's it like to be able to do that finally, to go out there and recruit fellow officers to help you out on the beat?
It's actually very exciting. You know, like he said, we hadn't hired in a few years, and in fact, we go to a lot of festivals and job fairs, and we hit all the different colleges and the police academies, and people are amazed and had no clue, just because we laid off recently, that we are actively hiring.
And so how vital is their role to make sure that we do get those top-notch, high-quality, high-caliber candidates?
Unbelievably vital. We couldn't be successful without the jobs that they do, and they've done an amazing job. This last recruiting cycle, we just recently hired 51 individuals that will be attending the police academy in September, and because of their hard work, you're looking at individuals, over 60% of the incoming academy class have their 4-year degrees. They speak, there's about 12 different languages that group also speaks. You know, so going out in the community and getting a diverse group of applicants and recruits is incredibly important, because right now, as our department begins to grow again, we have the ability to grow it right. And what I mean by that is the ability to really truly reflect the community that we serve with the type of recruits that we get.
You know, NOREEN, before I leave for work every morning, I kiss my kids goodbye, and I have a pretty good chance of returning home at the end of the day, unless I have a heart attack here at work or something from the workload. But in your case, that's not the case. I mean, you leave home not knowing if you will be back. How tough is that? And that's probably one of the reasons why you joined, because of that that part of not knowing. It probably makes your job adventurous.
Oh no, it does definitely make it adventurous. Like for me, I started at the age of 32, so I started a lot older in life, which I think was a good thing. But that was one of my family's concerns, you know, that police officers don't always come home, and especially seeing the crime rate rise in San Jose. So, but it's a good thing, and we have everybody's well trained. We work as a team, and we're a big family. You know, we've had some unfortunate tragedies happen throughout our department in the last few years, but it's been amazing how everyone's stuck together and have been there for one another.
And so it sounds like you also wear that badge with honor. I mean, you're there to serve.
Yes, sir, I do. Before I became a police officer, I was in the teaching field, and so I switched careers, and this is a very, very wonderful, career for me. It's different, and every day is a different thing. But I enjoy doing it every day and helping the individuals in our society, for the better.
Well, if you'd like to be a member of San Jose's finest, the web address is sjpd.org. There it is on your screen. We'll be back and talk in a couple more minutes about maybe some of the difficult things that are happening in the police department and maybe how we plan to address them. Stay with us. With me is the San Jose Police Department here on Comunidad del Valle, who is actively recruiting right now more police officers to serve. And I've known Eddie for a long time. We did some service security over in Great America back a long time ago, protecting the folks there at the amusement park.
Yes.
So which allows me, I think, to ask you a couple of tough questions that are rightfully merited, I think. How do you expect to actively recruit and lure officers in when we see the level that the morale is at right now, when officers feel like they're being neglected by their city and their command staff?
Well, I certainly understand the fear and the frustration the officers feel. In the end, we have a job to do, and that's to protect this community. And although I completely understand the frustration officers feeling, we all feel it. It's not just the officers. Everyone feels that frustration. But again, we have a job to do. It's never been a problem recruiting. Recruiting is not the problem. This is a great agency to work for. You have a lot of great opportunities that you don't have in other places. The problem is, how do we hold on to them? That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Now, if we were to sit here and try to explain, let's recruit and retain everything else, sometimes that becomes too big. Our job is to bring them in and to recruit them and to show them all the great possibilities that they have in this department. Retaining them, however, is another issue.
What do you promise them in return if they do sign up? I mean, just this week, the San Jose City Council taking up a pension reduction, if you will. How do you convince them that this is the police force to serve at?
Well, we certainly can't be deceitful or lie to obviously our candidates or recruits and tell them that that things about their pay or their benefits. It's out there. They understand it, and a lot of them know that coming in. But one of the reasons that you became a police officer, and especially a San Jose police officer, is for the opportunity. I stand before you. I've been here 20 years, and I stand before you. I've worked several units, and I'm a deputy chief in a very large city. So to me, that's what this opportunity that San Jose gives that other agencies can't. Mm-hmm. That unfortunately is all we can offer, and the training that we have, which other agencies can't do. Now, we obviously can't. It's tough to discuss with them, with Measure B and the pension issues, but I feel that we still have a product that we can sell to these recruits based on everything that you can accomplish here on the San Jose PD.
You do have some of the finest police officers in the country. Noreen, tell us about the pride of that patch on your shoulder.
Oh, well, for me, I definitely have a lot of pride. I have 14 years on. I have 17 and a half. I used to work at a grocery store prior to come here. I love my job, and not a lot of people could say that they get up every morning after 14 years and still love to come to work. I love the whole aspect of recruiting. Officer Duran and I, it's fun to meet people that want to start on a new career, young guys and older people. And we talk to them about the excitement for this job for us. Every day you come to work and it's a new adventure, and it's not the same thing over and over. And you get to meet all the different citizens, of the city and different races, religions, and it's just a lot of very enjoyable.
How about you, Officer Duran?
Same thing. I enjoy it every single day. It's a new experience every single day. You don't know what you're going to get into, and very rewarding when you see someone go from a tragic experience and then change their lives and for the better. And I enjoy doing that every single day. This department is one of the finest departments in the country. My brother is a police officer in Dallas, Texas, and he's been a police officer going on 25 years. And I remember when I first started, he had mentioned, "What agency are you going to?" And I said, "San Jose Police Department." He goes, "Oh my God, that is a great department." Mm-hmm. And still holds true today.
I have nothing but respect for the work that you all do. I asked the tough questions. I'll let you have the final word.
We need it from both fronts. we need to do a great job at recruiting, which is what we're doing, and we need to do a good job at retention. Because although we're bringing these officers in, there is no monetary value that you can even place when we lose officers that have years of experience. So it's certainly something that needs to get worked on from both ends. We need to work on the recruiting, which we're doing. Now we need to work on the retainment. And that's the way, the city, that's the way that we're going to be able to grow.
All right. Well, thank you so much for answering the tough questions. Thank you for being on our show. And this is a place to be if you do want to be a police officer of the San Jose PD. We thank you for sharing your Sunday with us. We don't have time. Actually, we do have. Here's the web address for San Jose Police Department. We thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week. Rick Salinas from Culture Clash will join us. So stay with us.